Hello, Cancer. Welcome to 17. This is Gwendolyn. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. This video is going to be a monthly Terrascope for Cancer, and I am just going to shuffle the cards here. I think I'm going to do the cards first, and then I'll talk about some of the other things that are going on here. Yes, we've got two eclipses. We have a lunar eclipse on the 7th, and then a solar eclipse on the 21st. And we also have Mercury going retrograde in Virgo from the 13th onwards. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but I'll talk about that after the cards. Let's see, Cancer 14. Cancer, what's coming up for Cancer? Cancer. Thanks for your patience, Cancer, this month. You guys were first last month, and then this month. I always do the birthday month first, so thanks for your patience. And this one coming out, that feels good for Cancer. Okay. Ooh, 2 cups in reverse. So there's some love energy, but it's just in delay. It means you're going to have to travel for it, Cancer. This is you, by the way. Could be with an earth sign. Oh yeah, there's just flirtation going on right now. Interesting. Blue and yellow. We've got this light blue, which is kind of fun, joyful, festive, and this yellow optimism. So I'm seeing some optimistic thinking in terms of relationships or a heart exchange. Something's going to change for you really fast in the middle of the month, Cancer. And I get, it's weird. It's kind of like almost backward motion with Tower in reverse. And then 8 of Wands, going back, the old thing. Let me just take a look at what else is here, and then we'll get into that. You're feeling very powerful at the end of the month, feeling like you can create the results you want. Again, more travel. Okay, really cool cards here, Cancer. I like it. I like all this light blue. I like all this yellow. You have one kind of like trigger card here, Tower in reverse, but I kind of get like it's something that shakes you up in a good way. So let's take a look and see what's here, Cancer. Opening of the month, 2 cups in reverse. So this is lover's energy. It's a love affair. It's an exchange. It's healing. We see the caduceus here, or caduceus. It's that symbol that doctors represents doctors. See it on ambulances. It's actually what Hermes or Mercury, the messenger god, carries. And so message of the heart heals each one, brings freedom. You know, there's courage, power. Leo rules the heart. So that's what that's all about. Exchange of emotional energy, exchange of hearts. With it in the reverse position, it's just saying that there's either fear, doubt, resistance, or delay. And I'm just getting for you, Cancer, that it's in delay, that this is here and the healing is going on. The healing messages are going back and forth, but these two are either not seeing each other yet, they're not in each other's presence yet, or other circumstances need to forge in order for this to come about. Not sure what's going on with that, Cancer, but it seems as though there's something there. It's just not on the surface yet. Maybe under the surface. That can be reverse as well. This is, I'm reading this one in 2 ways. This card, Chariot, is you. That's the Cancerian card. We see these new moons, which represent Cancer, or just moon in general. And Chariot also represents travel. So you need to travel to be with this partner. You need to turn yourself right side up in some ways. There's some way in which maybe you're not presenting as yourself in this situation. I'm getting that you need to be more vulnerable, more open, maybe even share some of your optimism with this person. I don't know what it is, but you've got a sunny disposition towards it. And look, I'm seeing too these wings of freedom, these wings of delight, of travel, of I'm seeing this as related to the healing here. See the wings and the pair of wings in this card reflected here also. I'm almost getting like an angelic blessings by the angels, belief in angelic forms, something like that. Not quite sure, Cancer, but that's showing up too, and I'm seeing that in both of those cards. And also wings in terms of maybe you need to go on an airplane to see them. Is that possible, Cancer? Is this could be an earth sign? So Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, but it also could be someone who maybe is struggling financially. This is King of Coins, and in the upright position, he is the master of money. He is the entrepreneur, the financial advisor, the person who has his ducks lined up in a row, the person who is sort of like the head of the company. With this in reverse, I'm seeing it either as not having the money to travel, or that this person, because this is you potentially, that this person is on par with you, that they're seeing things in a similar way, but they don't have the resources to travel to see you. Or some, these three are together. It's the heart exchange. There's love, there's emotion, there's connection. And then there's you, and then there's them. So what's going on there, Cancer? Are you in love with an earth sign? Are you in love with someone who just can't seem to make ends meet, or has some sort of fear, doubt, or resistance to being the CEO, to being the successful business person? I'm wondering about that. There seems to be a lot of playfulness between the two of you, potentially. This is competition. Five of Wands means, I think sometimes Five of Wands can show up as irritation, petty annoyances, little things that trip us up, or just little mundane issues. But I'm seeing this is a real Mars card. Lots of Mars energy. And because with all this fire in the sky that we've got right now, we've got a lot of planets in fire. I'm seeing this as flirtation. Another way to look at this card is sportsmanship, competition. And I often call this card playing versus fighting. So to me, it has a very flirtatious quality sometimes, where it's like playing, like taking jabs at people, but it's really like tongue in cheek and playful. So I'm actually seeing that what's being allowed here is a playful flirtation if the two of you are not able to be together right now. And if you are having struggles with inviting any Two of Cups energy into your life, if you're just not seeing that, it might be because you need to go travel, or you're just not feeling financially on top of it. But you're being allowed to get out there and flirt, or be playful, or invite more playfulness into a relationship that you're already in. If this is you and your partner that's existing, maybe this is what needs to disrupt any seriousness. Because sometimes King of Pence can be a little serious, a little slow moving. He's very loving, he's very grounded, but you might need more movement, more fire. But enjoy that flirtation if that's what's going on. That actually turns a king right side up. And technically this is usually a fire sign. So this is usually Aries, Leo, or Sag, but this can also be like the king who's confident, the king who makes a move, the king who takes action, the king who feels bold, feels charismatic, feels like he's capable of anything. And that is in line with time turning and turning things around here. So it may be that whoever the king is, I'm seeing you here as Queen of Cups, as well as the Chariot, whether you're male or female. This is the water sign, this is the Cancer here. And that this king, the person who is not taking authority for themselves, may be able to switch things around with your playful engagement, Cancer. Just possibility. This could be two people also, and this could be one person, this could be another. But definitely king showing up for you. I also show you mid-month. This is 9 of Coins. And this means feeling like you're on top of things, feeling like you have saved up for a rainy day, feeling like you have put yourself in a nice position through your own discipline, or from having been gifted a large sum. 9 of Coins is usually a card of refinement, discipline, luxury. Usually, because this follows 8 of Coins, sometimes it means taking from all the hard work that you've done, enjoying the splendors of what you've saved up, enjoying the good life, enjoying luxuries. With this in reverse, are you having a hard time letting yourself enjoy the things that you've brought to yourself? Are you having a hard time acknowledging that this can be you, Cancer? Are you in any way questioning? Is there any doubt, fear, or resistance to being the Nine of Coins archetype, the person who has everything lined up? You know, she's kind of like King of Coins in that way. She knows how to save for a rainy day. She's kind of like the squirrel that puts the acorn away for the winter, and therefore she has plenty of everything. I kind of get that Benjamin Franklin um, aphorism of waste not, want not with this card too. It's like she makes good decisions and doesn't waste things, and therefore she has a great accumulation of things. So if you're having any doubt, fear, or resistance to that, I'm going to invite you to question that and see what is it that's blocking that. Like, do you feel like you've accumulated a lot and you can't enjoy it? Or do you feel like you're always struggling to get to this position? Whenever something's in reverse, it feels like it's not coming naturally. Or again, it's just in delay. Like, it might be that you have to wait until mid-month to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But I do see there is something mid-month that shakes you up, and abruptly. I'm going to use that word, Cancer, because look at this. Tower in reverse and Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands means things happening quickly, things being 20% lined up. Tower in reverse means a big change, but you don't see it coming. It comes out of nowhere. It's sort of like a lightning bolt that takes the house down. But I'm going to say welcome it. You know, there's a Buddhist quote, or it might be from Rumi. I can't remember where it's from, but it says something like, cottage or barn burned down, but now I can see the moon. So it's sort of like this acceptance of this tower, that the established order, the way things have been, be crumbling, but it can be welcome, and it can be a swift change. The function of tower, a lot of people fear this card, but this is a card of change. I look at it as equivalent to 5 energy, which is all about things being thrown up in the air and thrown into chaos. So the old foundations being questioned. 4 is a foundational number. It's followed by 5, which is all about change, disruption, rebellion, chaos. And that's what this card is about. And this is what allows for new order to come in. So it's really a growth spurt, Cancer. And I often liken Tower to breaking out of a shell. Like, if you're thinking about a baby chick inside an egg, when you break that safe, secure, strong cement environment, not only does it shake your foundations, but it frees you too. So that sometimes this card can be a card of freedom, and you're breaking open to a new level of growth, a new level of awareness. It's also followed by the star, which is about renewal, hope, recognizing your worth and your value. So something sweep you off your feet mid-month. It come out of nowhere. There may be a big change that happens quickly. I almost get that this could be, sometimes Eight of Wands is a piece of information that comes to you, unlocking that last puzzle piece, getting that last piece of information that like clicks everything together. So mid-month, keep your eyes open for, meteors or just lightning bolts, insight. This lightning bolt could be a piece of information, knowledge, wisdom, news that comes from an unexpected place. That's what I'm going to say, is that if whatever this is that frees you, that unlocks you, that lets things happen rapidly, comes from an unexpected place, Cancer. So just keep your eyes and ears open mid-month. Again, I see King of Wands here. So whatever this is, they actually give you new confidence. This could also be you. It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. It could be this person turning things around after engaging with you in this playful way, but this could also be you, Cancer. Not as likely because it's fire, but it could be you accepting this place of authority, getting this big, bold new idea, having confidence, drive, vitality, and courage to pursue it. because I believe this new moon in Leo is happening in your second house of possessions, assets, things you own, things you might want to bring to you. So this could be that new seed of that dream, because this is a lot like Leo energy, um, King of Fire, where he's got courage, he's got boldness, he's dynamic, he's bigger than life. So it could be you drawing something to you, um, related to second house stuff, the body, money, possessions, assets, all that kind of stuff. But again, you might have to travel for it. This is another card that's showing travel with the couple, and I'm just going to echo that with Chariot, movement, travel next to the couple. So there's something there. Maybe this is when you actually get to go. Since Chariot's in reverse at the beginning of the month, maybe towards the end of the month is when you initiate something, you creating your own reality, your own magic, to go somewhere, to go participate in this couplehood. Or it could be you taking yourself somewhere to heal. Usually Six of Swords is about healing and recovery, if it's not about literal travel. So kind of get this. It's interesting. Also in both of these cards is healing and recovery. It's funny, Cancer. These are both, this is about healing and recovery, and with this being healing, I get the sense with this being upside down in the middle between these two, there might be this healing and recovery from feeling like the lonely person who has the money. She's by herself, she's looking at her pet. And with both of these, it's almost like saying love is worth more than money. That's what the purpose of this is. I'm not sure, but that's a possibility for some of you. But I kind of get the sense that you will figure it out and you will make it happen. This is the I am card. This is like pulling the rabbit out of the hat. I may not have been able to travel before this, but after this thing happens and you're like, oh yeah, that's right, I have access to this thing, I can think big, I can make it happen, I'm just going to go. And it may turn your luck around too. I almost get the sense, Cancer, that you're going to have to wait for something. It's like you can't wait. You're having a hard time waiting. This is you for sure. And then this is Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which usually means that things are happening faster or slower than we like. This, when it's in the upright, it means the hand of time is just turning naturally, divine timing, things are progressing, things are just taking their own course. Like the seasons are changing, they're always right on time. But when it's in reverse, it's saying like, no, I want that wheel to spin faster, or no, I want to slow it down and don't want it to come yet. So what is your resistance to time's natural evolution of things? Can you turn around instead of resisting time? Can you accept time? Can you accept things happening at the natural pace that they're happening? Can you roll with it instead of against it? That's what I'm seeing with Wheel of Fortune reverse. It's still a very positive card. It's still, this too can be like things clicking into place. I think there's another reader named Vicky Verley who has said one time that she sees this as like a combination lock, and that's when things unlock and click. So, but you gotta wait for the right time to, Cancer. Things will unlock when it's the right time, and just keep visioning what you want this to look like. I almost get like a meditative quality off of this card, like looking at what your heart wants. This is what your heart wants, Cancer. It's sort of like, that's your cup, and it's quite an ornate one. It's quite spiritual. It's quite a special cup. It's more like a communion chalice. So when you are concentrating on this thing, you want to make it happen quickly, but I'm just going to say keep holding that vision, or take action. Magician knows how to do both. What he does, because it's a one card, it's very yang. It's very action oriented. It's about consciousness, focus, manifestation, focusing your attention and concentration on one thing so solely that you bring it about. It's like, I kind of see this as like a basketball player who's like, I'm just going to be the best. I'm going to focus all my attention on practicing. And then he becomes the best in the world because he's put all of his attention towards it. I mean, that's a little sort of a mundane example of it, but it's the pulling from the etheric realm, from form into matter, is what magician is about. So it's taking dreams and pulling them down into reality. And I kind of get that that's what you're, if they were dreams up here of travel and being with this person, I see you making it happen at the end of the month, or at least making the plans for it. It might still be in delay. It might not happen right away, but if as you put your focus on it, it starts to come more interestingly into focus. So that's a reading for you, Cancer. For I want to talk a little bit about the eclipses. We have that lunar eclipse in Aquarius that is in your, let's see, where is it for you? Eighth house. Is that right? Let me check something. No, it's in your eighth house. It's in your eighth house, Cancer. So lunar eclipse is, because the moon represents emotions, and the lunar eclipse is a full moon that gets eclipsed. What it usually means is that there's some sort of illumination, some sort of completion, and some sort of release that's happening in the house where the eclipse is happening. So 7th, you are releasing something, shining a light on something. There may be some sort of secret that comes to light. There may be a feeling about something that you had regarding someone else's psychology, perhaps. Eighth house usually is what belongs to other people. Like, it's, if the second house is our money, eighth house is other people's money. It is things that belong to others, like secrets. It is the house of the occult. It's the house of sex, death, and taxes. It's the house of the hidden. So something's getting illuminated in that eighth house of the hidden. And it could be something that belongs to someone else. You might actually discover something about someone else that you weren't aware of before. Or it could just be that you're releasing something related to a transformation, that you've already undergone a transformation, and that you are letting go of the old you. You know, it's the house of death in some ways. So it may be illuminating a death, an emotional death in some ways, that was your old way of feeling, and now you're going to be developing this new way of feeling, potentially. So that's 7th. And then 21st, we have this new moon in Leo in your second house, which gives you all this fire, all this confidence, all this boldness, passion, drive, energy, vitality, all those Leo words in your second house of money and the body. So you might feel physically very active. You might be motivated to, in terms of your earnings or something that you want to own or possess. Whatever you got a first preview of July 23rd with the new moon in Leo, this is going to be the second more intense wave of that. So this is when things really ramp up. The whole North America is going to be impacted by this. And it's almost like a reset button. So it's kind of like a reset button in your second house, whether it's reset towards your body or reset towards your finances. You have the opportunity to sort of like reboot that computer. If stuff isn't working out right in your second house, you know, if something's not working right with the body or with finances, this is a reset button. And you get to refocus your lens. And then the effects can last for the next 6 months or so. It's like planting a new seed regarding those things. Plant your money tree, Cancer, during this new moon in Leo. Watch it grow. So that's a reading for you. I also do want to say one last thing. There is a Mercury retrograde from 13th through the rest of the month. So maybe a good time to just pull back, meditate, dream, you know, put some plans in order. Maybe you want to wait on taking things forward, but good time to kind of just be putting plans in motion, something that your heart really wants and loves, Cancer. So that's the reading for you for 18. If you like the video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Cancer. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those down below. Or if you'd like to book a reading with me, I'll have a link up above. And as always, I just want to thank everyone so much for watching. Have a wonderful, yours in the stars.